Hi girls, welcome back to my office in Dubai. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Nikki. I run nickybee.com, which is a sports bra brand here from Dubai, and I've been dying to get this video out for you guys. I'm actually running from this video to Christmas shopping to an event tonight, so I've got wet hair, I'm an absolute mess, but I really wanted to get this out for you, so just excuse the look. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is because obviously I live and breathe sports bras. I talk to my customers about sports bras every single day, what their problems are, why they're experiencing pain and discomfort from sports bras, how they should be choosing a sports bra, and I thought the easiest thing to do is going to be to put it all in a video here for you guys, just so that you don't waste your money when shopping online. So really common thing, first of all, that I get people mentioning is their shoulder pain, okay? Now, shoulder pain obviously is due to the fact that you have weight on your chest, and as you're wearing a sports bra, the straps are basically taking the weight of that bust, and the straps are digging in and pressing onto your shoulders. So you need to be really, really careful when you're choosing a sports bra not to exacerbate the pain and exacerbate that problem by choosing something that doesn't have the right kind of strap. So straps, initially, this is kind of what we're looking at. So if you've got a heavy bust, you want to avoid sports bras. This is a really old sports bra, I can't remember where I got this from. This is a really old sports bra, but you see these straps here, how thin they are. Even though there's two straps, this is kind of sports bra that is going to be perfect for anyone with a small and kind of lightweight bust. So anybody from A to C cup, but this is an absolute nightmare for anybody with a heavy bust. What's going to happen here is all of the pressure and the weight is going to be focused on this very, very thin area right on your shoulders here, okay? So that's going to really, really dig in, and it doesn't matter what the rest of the bra says it does, whether it says it's high support or not, you just really, really want to avoid that, okay? That's really going to cause you a lot of problems. As you can see, here's an example of one of our sports bras, the difference. You can see how thick that strap is. This is a sports bra, this is our extreme bra that's obviously designed for women with heavy busts. So what you need to do is you need a thick, a really, really wide, thick strap. This is about 2 inches across, and what that's going to do is that's going to really balance the weight of your bust on the shoulder, so you won't feel that digging in effect, and you can wear the bra for longer. So obviously you want to be able to wear these for your workouts. If you want to go on a long walk, you need a bra that's obviously going to have that thick circumference on the straps to really help balance out the weight of that heavy bust. Now, the second thing that I would say most people complain about is back pain. Again, if you imagine your bust is on the front of your body and it's really pulling down on the back, okay? So your upper back is going to be really suffering. Even your lower back will suffer as a result, because it's going to be trying to take the strain of that off the upper back. So what you need to make sure is that you have a sports bra with proper back support, and you need to be building on these levels. So it's not enough to have really good back support but then you've got the thin straps on the shoulders. You really have to add these factors on together if you're going to get proper support. So one of the best structural things to do is to have a sports bra that basically has a cross back. A lot of people actually complain to me when they're shopping, they're always like, oh, I don't want a cross back bra. But I don't think they really understand that the cross structure is actually a feat of engineering. It's frequently used in engineering, even when they're making buildings, to strengthen and support structures. That's why if you have a sports bra that has got a thick cross section at the back, that's really going to give you the support you need. Now, I have an example here of this sports bra. Let's see if I can hold it up for you guys so you can see. This is a cross-back bra, but as you can see, the cross, it's really hard actually to show you. Maybe if I hang it upside down, you can see. It's going to be completely open back, just with a cross section just at the top. So I'll find an example image and I'll insert it here. It's not enough for the cross to basically just be at the top with a big open wide back. That's not going to give you the structure you need. You need something that is going completely across the top section of the back and landing on a wider part of the shoulders, okay? You don't want it up here on the neck, because that is going to be pulling down on the neck, and basically all your neck is then going to be taking the strain of the bust. So it may appear So things like racer backs as well are not great for this, because again, the cross is coming at the top around the neck and it's not coming right across the structure of the back like that. You really want something that's completely crossed. If you have a sports bra that literally doesn't cross across the back at all and it's just going over the shoulders, you've got absolutely no support on the upper back there, and that's really something that you definitely 100% want to avoid. Okay, so the next thing that women with heavy busts express to me is a real concern and a real difficulty when they're online shopping, is that because their busts are so big but their waist is kind of smaller, they can't find a sports bra that's going to adequately fit them on the cup, but is still fitting on their waist. And this is again one of the reasons why our Extreme bra is so good, because it has an adjustable waist. If you can find a sports bra with an adjustable waist, this is going to be absolutely key for your comfort, because if you can fit it around the waist as well as the cup, you're going to be getting the best support possible. And also a waist strap here really anchors the bust, so it really prevents movement and that bounce, you know, that really painful bounce that you get when you're exercising. That's really going to prevent that, especially if it has adjustable straps as well on top of that. Speaking of bounce, so the reason obviously why your bust is moving so much is simply purely due to gravity, and the heavier your bust is going to be, the more bounce you're going to experience, especially if you have a natural bust. A common misconception a lot of women have is that if you have implants, you're fine to wear any sports bra. I actually made this mistake myself when I first had my implants. If you have a D-cup implant, that's basically 4 pounds of weight on your chest, regardless of whether it's actual real breast tissue or not. It's still going to create a lot of bounce, and this will have an impact obviously on your back pain as well, and sagging over time, regardless of whether it's a real bust or not. So you really want to be looking for sports bras that fix and hold the bust and prevent bounce. Obviously the Extreme bra we have reduces bounce by 40%, and the way it does that is because it has adjustable straps which really tighten and fix the bust in place, and you've got the anchoring sports bra around the waist, which you really want to make sure that you have. If you again take a bra like this is super comfortable. It has no elastic under the bust. It's very, very flexible, but again, because of that flexibility, you know, this is more like a yoga bra. Because of that flexibility that you're getting, even though it's comfortable, this is really not going to prevent any bounce. It's not going to do anything for you in terms of supporting a heavy bust. And I think with a lot of the activewear brands that I see today, because they're so focused on the aesthetics, they're so focused on the look, and they're really just focused about getting a bra with a matching leggings, that's something that looks cute. They're not really designed with heavy busted women in mind. So you might see a load of influencers and fitness girls wearing these like seamless sets, for example. You know, this was really common with Gymshark and with a lot of other brands as well. That seamless stretchy fabric, that's fine, but it's not going to do anything to prevent bounce basically for a heavy bust. If you're a D cup and above, you really want to avoid bras like that. They might feel when you first put it on like, oh okay, this is tight and snug, but there is actually zero prevention of bounce for gravity, and the more you wash them and wear them, the looser they will get, and you'll just realize that your boobs are just flopping everywhere basically. You want to be looking for something that has cups on the inside. Again, if you look at a bra like this, these flexible bras, they have no cup, it's purely just fabric. Not only are your boobs going to rub together and cause more discomfort, but again, there's no structural integrity to it. It doesn't prevent the boobs flopping around and moving a lot. Whereas if you have a fixed cup inside, you have structural integrity on the outside, and you have a really nice, thick, premium quality fabric that builds the bra, then you're going to be in a much stronger position. If you see bras with a fastening of any kind, so whether it's a zip, whether it's like those hook and eye structures, pressure basically builds up along this line. So when you're wearing it, the experience that you're going to have is a feeling of like pulling and tightness right down the center of your chest there. And it's because it doesn't matter where you put a fastening, that's where the pressure is going to essentially build and kind of like congregate to. What happens with a bra like this, because it doesn't have an adjustable waist, there's nowhere for that pressure to go, it's nowhere for that pressure to be released. So this is extremely tight around the bust, and you get a really, really strong, painful feeling. And if this one didn't have an adjustable waist, you would have the exact same experience. So what happens is you need something that adjusts at the waist, that you can release the waist, and that helps release the pressure that's building up and then refasten the waist to a place where you don't experience that pressure as much. So there has to always be somewhere for the pressure to release. You cannot wear a bra like this and exercise comfortably. It's just not gonna happen, and you will totally waste your money. I've seen so many bras like this. The last thing I want to mention, which again is a common mistake I see a lot of people making in the comments when I see people discussing bras, and also when people are asking for bras, they frequently say because they have a heavy bust they need an underwire. Now, an underwire bra is going to be extremely, extremely uncomfortable after wearing it for a while. You wouldn't go to the gym. There's a reason why sports bras exist and bras exist. They both have completely different sets of purposes, and you wouldn't wear a normal bra to the gym if you wanted to be exercising in any kind of comfort as a woman with a heavy bust. Now, because women have been struggling for so long to get a sports bra that actually supports them like a bra but is comfortable, I have many customers that have said to me they've frequently worn two sports bras over the top of each other just to get that support. Now, you don't need that if you have the right waistband, okay? So obviously, as I mentioned before, if you get a bra that has no structural integrity, it just has these seamless bands under the bust, it's going to be super flexible and you're going to be able to move in it and do all kinds of workouts in it, but it's not going to give you that support under the bust that you need. And conversely to that, if you get something that's underwired, you're really going to not enjoy to wear it. It will give you the support you need, but there's an extra wire under there that just simply doesn't need to be there. Technology has evolved in activewear fabrics and the way they design sports bras now, that you don't need to have an underwire just to get support as a heavy busted person. If you even look on our website on the recent reviews, you'll notice that somebody even said that in their review of the sports bra. They said they couldn't believe that they can actually exercise and get the support they need without an underwire. The bra that we have here, because it has this thick waistband that's also adjustable, so it doubles over, adjusts and tightens as you need, with the strongest Velcro that we can basically get our hands on. Not only is it comfortable, but it's really going to hold you and secure you without the need of an underwire. And if you don't believe me, I always say to people, get it. If you don't like it, you can return it and we'll refund you. Like, if you are somebody that just completely is skeptical about everything that you hear online, I totally understand it. But it's not until you experience it that you will realise that you really don't need a sports bra with an underwire anymore. I think a lot of brands kind of went down that route because customers were just so convinced that they would never be able to get the right support without an underwire, and I would just say definitely stay away from that. It's not going to be comfortable. You're not going to be able to move dynamically and do different types of exercises and high intensity movements that you want to do without being really uncomfortable. And you know, a workout should be able to last as long as you want it to last. You shouldn't have to finish up your workout because you're uncomfortable. And you also don't want to get to a point where you don't have the right stuff, so you're actually avoiding working out because you know you're going to be uncomfortable. And obviously with a lot of women that I speak to who are, you know, E cup, F cup, G cup, they are actually in a place where they actually avoid exercise because it is so uncomfortable for them despite anything that they've bought online. So, quick recap, if you are a woman with a heavy bust, really, really key things, even if you don't buy our bra and you're just shopping online, you want a really strong structure at the back in a cross section that sits on the widest part of your shoulders. You're looking for thick straps to balance the weight of the bust. You don't want anything that's going to be around the neck, pulling on the neck. You want fixed cups inside the bra. You don't want these like fake cups where the cups actually come out and are removable and you're left with just fabric. You need structured cups inside to properly, adequately support your chest. Ideally, something that really tightens and holds, lifts the bust, tightens, anchors at the waist, and that is supportive, but that you can get off from the front or you can get off in an easy way, so you're not having to lift it over your head. It's an absolute nightmare. And you really want to avoid things like underwires, bras that are not adjustable with zips at the front, and things like that. So I hope I've summarised kind of what I've said in the video. I hope that helps you guys. I am in YouTube basically every single day answering comments on all the videos, so if you have any questions about what bra you think is going to work for you, then you can message me and respond to this video. This is my first attempt at kind of explaining this in a video really quick off the top of my head. So I can definitely do more videos around this. We can kind of break it down for different sizes and different body types if that's helpful for you. I would say in general, you want to look, if you are plus size with a bigger bust, you do want to be looking for a brand that is plus size focused. I do think it's important. I think a lot of brands, when the plus size movement started to happen, a lot of brands were kind of adding on a plus size model as kind of an afterthought, just to show that they were you know, plus size inclusive. But there's a difference between plus size inclusive brands and plus size focused brands. Plus size focused brands, when they're, you know, manufacturing, when they're doing production, when they're designing with plus size women in mind. They are doing research and talking to plus size customers on a daily basis and collecting data from plus size women, their problems and their needs, like we do. So I know I'm being a massive pick-me here, but there is a big difference. When I started my activewear brand, it wasn't a plus size brand. It's evolved to be that over time, because I've realized those are really the women that struggle the most. They're the ones that actually need help, and the rest of society are kind of already being covered by a lot of the activewear brands. So it is really important to find plus size inclusive, not plus size focused and not plus size inclusive brands. You'll find that there'll be a lot more of your needs are being met by the way that they structure and design their sports bras. What else? I think that's it for now, guys. I know I haven't really focused on women with smaller busts, but like I said, that's kind of not my area of focus right now. So I kind of come at it from a perspective of what our customers are talking about. I can definitely do a video for women with smaller busts. If you guys are struggling, do let me know what your struggles might be. I'm always open to new ideas for the brand. And yeah, let me know if this video was helpful. I would love to do more for you guys. Let me know what you would like to see in the comments, and let me know if you are somebody that is struggling with a heavy bust and you don't know where to start. I can definitely help you. So yeah, message me anytime. Merry Christmas if I don't see you guys before Christmas. Hope everybody has a fabulous time. And yeah, I'm gonna do my Christmas shopping now. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll speak to you soon.